was reading through your comments. It seems everybody is hot and windy. Well, it is summer, right? Well, ladies, and gentlemen, if we have gentlemen here today, I have a table full of stuff, a mannequin full of stuff that we are going to talk about today. But before we get there, I have lots of things to talk about. Just in case you don't know, if this is your first time popping in, every Tuesday we try our very best to have a live video, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. I confused someone the other day that hadn't watched me in a long time. And she said, didn't you used to do this at 9:30 Mountain Time? And I'm like, yes, because we moved from Colorado. We used to live outside of Denver in a little town called Parker. And we moved back to Oklahoma. Oklahoma is home to us. And my husband's retired, and we moved down here to be near the grandkids. And so we live outside Oklahoma City. If you know Oklahoma area, we live towards Mustang, Yukon area, which is kind of fun because we live in Yukon and we live in Canadian County, only it's in Oklahoma. Kind of fun. All righty, well, let's clink in. I want you to check out my cup today. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you see it's me and Maximo and Rosie on there? And on the back side it says, dogs leave paw prints on your heart. And this was a very special gift from Heidi Bentley. She sent me a wonderful gift package, and I just love this so much. I will cherish this forever. Let me get a drink of coffee. Clinkety clink clink in. And she sent me a box, and in the box was this super soft pair of socks. I haven't worn them yet, but I love them. They're just super soft. And she also gave me some Mary Kay lotion. It's called Mint Bliss. I don't know if you knew this or not, Heidi. I was going to see if I see your name on there. But I love mint. I love peppermint and mint. Beautiful card. I'm not going to read it to you because it's personal. And then she also sent these in here from Mary Kay. Hydrogel eye patches. I must have bags under my eyes. Anyhow, the day that this came, I was having an extremely rough day because of, my back and my sciatica and my bulging discs and all that nonsense. I was just having a really painful day that day. And my husband brought this in and said, you've got a surprise. We have this thing set up on our mail service where we always know when something's coming in. That way, if it's too big to go in the mailbox, they need to bring it up to the house, I can get right out and get it. Because I don't trust people anymore. I know they steal things off porches. And so, but he was home when this came. But he told me something was coming, But anyway, this is the most beautiful thing. Isn't this gorgeous? I want you to see that up close. Isn't that gorgeous? It's Rosie, Max, and me. I wish I was that skinny too. Thank you so much, Heidi. This meant the world to me that day. Okay, so I got another Happy Mail box. And this is from Clara. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Trujillo is what my husband said. I'm sorry, I am terrible, and I always mess up people's names. But Clara, I am so excited about this package. She sent this for my birthday. But I know y'all, last Monday, my father-in-law passed away. And, between me having health problems and, losing someone that you love, I was having another really rough day. And my husband said, the package you were talking about is going to be here today. And so my daughter was here. And she brought this in from the mailbox. Isn't this gorgeous? I absolutely love this. And the reason that it's so perfect, Clara, thank you so much if you're on here. Clara Trujillo, I think is how you pronounce her name. This came, and I can put it in my collection. I will cherish this forever as a representation of my father-in-law who passed away. Plus, I love cardinals. And it's just a crystal cardinal. It's on this little mirror. And it does have a little stand that comes with it, so you can set it on there. And I was just, the way this worked out between this beautiful cardinal and this box with the cup and everything were on days exactly when I needed a pick-me-up. Okay, I'm going to set this over here because y'all who know me, you know I'm clumsy, and I do not want to knock this beautiful thing over. And that's the same thing with my cup. I'm going to move it over. I hope everybody clinked in. Now, I do not know where she ordered this from, and I see Heidi on here. If you want to let them know, that's totally fine with me where you ordered this from, because it is amazing. It's a big, sturdy cup, and it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to cherish both of those things. Now, I have gotten several other cards in the mail, a lot of emails, a lot of messages, and I thank all of you for that, because those things cheer me up so much. You don't have to send me things. You do not have to. But when you do, it always seems like it happens exactly the day that I needed that. Okay, so I just thank you so much. It just meant so much to me. Yes, Heidi, you are right. God had a plan in the days that those things arrived. Okay, so now before we go on, talk more about the winner, because I'm super excited about the winner, I want to give you just an update on the fundraiser we were doing for my grandson's band fund. We over-exceeded it, but I also want to do some special thank yous because we had some people who just donated money. Okay, and yesterday, Clara Trujillo, I'm so sorry I'm messing up your name, that sent me the cardinal, she sent $100 for my grandson's fund. And just so that you understand, the money for my grandson's marching band fund does not go to the whole marching band. My grandson has a bank account set up. He's working at Whataburger, and he's putting a portion of his paycheck in there as well. And this, if you've ever been a part of marching band is expensive. And I believe they said it was $3,500 this year, $3,500, which is more than it was last year because they have to pay for competitions. They have to pay for uniforms and hotels to put the kids in and all of those things that go along with travel. You know, just even gas in the buses that they have to take. And so, but my grandson has his own that pays for his own. Okay, I just want you to know that, so that when you gave, it didn't go to the whole Mustang marching band, just to Aiden Spivey is his name, marching band. Okay, the other donations that came in were Kelly Michelle sent $50. I had another Clara, her name's Clara Williams, she sent $20. And then I had an anonymous person sent $10. And then our Kim also sent $20. So that adds up to $200 of just cash donations that my grandson's going to get for his band fund. And then through my Ravelry sale, and I want to thank all of you who purchased Ravelry patterns. We had a sale, buy one, get one free, and you could buy as many as you want to. Thank you, because we raised an additional $420. And so that put us at $620 for my grandson's band fund. And the generosity of all of you, it just blesses my heart. I am so thankful. You know, I love you all. This crochet community is just so amazing. I never knew that I could just have such great friends with people I have really never ever met in person. It just, means so much to me. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have cried so much this last week because of things that people have done for me and for my family. It is just so overwhelming to me how generous and loving and caring you people are. And the reason that it just overwhelms me, I have to say. It just completely, I'm not going to cry. I promise. I told myself I'm not going to cry. I am just so completely overwhelmed at your generosity. You know, and the reason this, as far as my grandson, is just so amazing to me is because if you remember, this time last year, we weren't even sure if he was going to get to be in last year's band because of his lungs being collapsed and being in the hospital for 2 weeks. And he made that miraculous God healing recovery. And he is doing fantastic. I'm just so proud of him. He's such a good kid, too. I tell him all the time, I say, Aiden, he calls me Oma, my grandkids do. I say, Aiden, you're Oma's favorite grandson. And he always laughs. I'm your only grandson. Because my other two grandkids are girls, you know, but it's so funny. There is, Sylvia, there is really kindness in this world. There is. And I think so much on the news, we just see what you know, that there isn't kindness. And so we need to go out and be that kindness. And the truth of the matter is, I'm glad you brought that up, Sylvia, because tomorrow's video, I'm not doing the original this or that I usually do. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and it has to do with kindness. So, anyway, that's a little tag for tomorrow's video, but I just wanted to say a super duper big thank you, and just thank you for being so generous. And I did get a couple of emails with people. They said, you know, I just don't have any money for patterns. I don't have any money to, you know, put towards this. And one of the ladies, she said, I don't have any money, but I can share the posts. And she did. She really did. And that's what you can do. You know, times are hard right now. We don't have a lot of money. We just don't. You know, groceries are higher. Everything's higher. Rent's higher. You know, utilities, everything is gas. Everything's so much more expensive. And one of the easiest ways that you can help crocheters or even anybody who has crochet patterns or YouTube, just share it. Because you might not be able to afford to buy some patterns on Ravelry, but others might be able to. And so, yeah, that's how you can help if you don't have any money, because I get it. I totally get it. And I thank you all. Those of you who have shared it, those of you who participated. Okay. All right. Now let's get to the big news. I'm going to announce the winner of the June giveaway. I know last week I said May like 5 times. I'm super sorry. The months are just flying by so fast on me. Okay. All right, so let's recap what the June giveaway is. All right, it's 3 of our sweet roll yarns. This is this one. This one is the... Okay, I'm going to have to talk to Premier about writing bigger on their labels. Okay. This is called Black Pepper Swirl, and this is one of my favorites. It's gorgeous. Okay, then we have Citrus Pop. This one kind of reminds me of candy corn on Halloween. Okay, and then this one is called Kiwi Pop. Okay, you're going to get these absolutely exact 3 cakes of yarn and one of my Coffee and Crochet with Sara canvas pouches. Has a zipper. Has a little hook on it so you can hook it on your bag, and a fun little tassel. I know I call these tassels all the time, and I'm always getting corrected. But my grandmother, who was a very proper lady, always called them tassels. And it just comes out. It's a tassel. Sometimes I call them pom-poms, and people are like, what is she talking about? All right, so that's what the winner is going to receive, are these 3 cakes of yarn. And each one of them, let me see, it has 5 ounces, 245 yards. Okay? They are medium weight, number 4 acrylic yarns. All right, are you ready? I see somebody started the drum roll. Brrr. The winner of the June giveaway is Mary Rowland. MaryRowland. Okay, I was looking earlier. I haven't seen the name, but I'm telling you, the comments sometimes roll by really fast, and I try to grab them. Okay, Mary Rowland is our winner for June. Congratulations, Mary. Now, if you are Mary Rowland, remember, never ever put your information on a live comment anywhere. I mean, in a comment anywhere. Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere, never, okay? That's why I tell you, I'm not going to search you out. You got to search me out, okay? And all you have to do is click on the notes underneath this video, and you'll see my webpage. just click the web page. It has a tab that says contact us or contact me. You can click that and it'll send me an email. If that's a little complicated, then you can go to Facebook and go to Posh Pooch Designs. That link is also in the notes underneath this video, and just shoot me a message, because all I need is your shipping address. And if you want, if you email me, I'll get your email so I can send you the tracking. But if you go through Facebook, I'll just send you back a message with the tracking number, okay? Because I do send it USPS priority, because I have more confidence that it's going to get there. I know it's a little more expensive, but it frustrates me when somebody wins something and they don't get their prize. Alrighty, so congratulations, Mary Rowland. You're going to like these. These are some of my favorite yarns, these sweet rolls. I love them. They have all colors. You should go look at the website, because they have all different colors, variations, speckles, polka dots, solids. I mean, sweet roll is one of my favorite yarns. Of course, I am the kind of person who loves a long striping yarn too. And this one here, this one is one of my favorites. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got like solids, and then some of the gray and black are kind of into each other, kind of blended. This is just one of my favorite ones. I love black and gray, and also when they mix white with them. So go and get you some. I'm trying to find where to put these. I've got so much stuff sitting around me. Okay. Alrighty. Now, last week on our This and That video, we talked about books, crochet books, and I told you about the 5 books that I use. And I should say, I use a lot of books, but as far as my favorites for getting stitched patterns. And remember, there's a difference between a crochet pattern and a crochet stitch pattern. Crochet pattern is anything that's made from stitch patterns. But these are stitch pattern books. And if you want to know about them, you can find that video. Again, all the videos that I put out there, when we do our live video on Tuesdays, I list them underneath, and then you can just go underneath the video there in that description box and click it, okay? And it'll take you right to the video. All right, so we talked about that. And I was really interested in a lot of your answers, because I wonder, do people still use crochet books? Do they still find patterns in books? Do they use magazines? And it was really fun reading your answers. I would say the majority of the people said, no, we just go to YouTube or Ravelry. And I was really surprised by that, because I go everywhere. You know, I learned how to crochet from the library, you know. And so I love books. I've always been a bookie, you know. And so, but I do lots of different, I don't know what would you call it, different forms of media, because I love books. When I first started to learn Tunisian, I went straight for Kim Guzman's Tunisian Stitch Guide, and I have all her books, okay? But when I wanted to learn some more stitches, I started purchasing these. And these big, thick books can be expensive. I mean, you know, some of these were $20. So, but I have discovered, now I didn't purchase all of these on Amazon, but I gave you Amazon links to all of them, because a lot of these are no longer in stores. Now, Joann still carries a lot of books, but Hobby Lobby, I couldn't find any. Michael's has very few. And I'm not really sure about, like Walmart used to have like a little section, and then they'd have like some end caps with some books and things, but I haven't seen any of those lately. And so I've kind of gotten away from that. But one thing you can do is go to the library, and you can find, you may not find these exact ones, but you can find a lot of really good stitch pattern books. And I used to, when I was at the library, they used to have the big printing machines, and I would print it off, you know, literally stick it on the printer, pay what, 50 cents and print it off so that I would have that pattern. I don't know if they still let you do that. I've never done that in a really long time. But the libraries are a really good source for books if you're just looking for, you know, like, you know, stitch patterns. Because that's how you can learn a lot of things, is just making swatches of stitch patterns. Anyway, and that's what we talked about in last week's This or That video. But again, I was so impressed with so many of your answers, because like I said, I didn't realize people didn't use them as much anymore. Now, I really, really, really love the old books. I just noticed someone said that. 300 plus I know from old books. Yeah, I really love the old books. But one of the things about the old books, I would say from 70s behind, back down, to the 19th, I would say that those are all written what you would call old style. And use a whole lot more abbreviations and things like that. Where the way I write today, I do use some abbreviations, but I also sort of mix it with words. A lot of times you'll pick up one of those old ones and you'll have all these abbreviations and then numbers in parentheses and you're like, what do I do with that? And so I don't write that way. I don't think a lot of designers do anymore. But when you get the old ones, but that's how I learned to read patterns, was with the old books. Okay? All right, now let's talk about what else we did this week. Now, Friday Fun Day, we did this bag, and I'm going to grab that bag. And this just looks like a basic granny square bag, right? It's a big 14-inch granny square. But what we did is we lined it. We added a pocket for your phone. And then we also lined the handle. And this, what I wanted to do, because I got so many questions about lining a bag. And I've done a couple other videos on how to line a bag. But I wanted to be more, I guess, simple. I wanted it to just be out there, And this is a really simple style of bag to make. You just make the two big granny squares. You crochet them together and then crochet around the top a couple times. And then you make the liner. And I did mine on the sewing machine. You can hand sew it. And on the video, I show you how to measure your bag and how to make it fit, the bag. We put it together and we put it inside. And I made the pocket and sewed it on first. And it's just the right size for phone or lipsticks or whatever you want in there. I wouldn't put a pair of scissors in there just because it might point through the fabric. I would probably do a different way. But the thing that was interesting about this is I went ahead and sewed it on my machine. I'm going to come over to this other camera so you can see what I'm talking about. Instead of sewing it by hand, of course, I did it with the machine. And you can see right here, I just did zigzag stitches right on that crochet. And that's how I attach the handles. Also, I sewed them with the machine. I also sewed this where I lined the handle on both sides with the machine. And I just did straight stitches on this. And so you could do this by hand. It would just take you a little bit longer. And so the fabric is, oh, I see. Carlina says she just got some from Hobby Lobby. Yes. Some of the Hobby Lobbies carry this. And if they don't carry it, you can order it. You can also, something I didn't realize I could do, when I didn't find it, I just walked away and went and got online and ordered it. But I forgot, with Hobby Lobby, if you talk to the lady there, sometimes they can order it in for you to the store, and then you don't have to pay shipping. I totally forgot about that. But you can see that's the pillow that we did, where we did the crochet trim and just made a pillow cover. And that's the same fabric. And it's really cute. It looks like granny squares. And I have to tell you, this is a really nice, sturdy bag. Okay, and the bag is long enough you can put it over your shoulder if you want to. Or you can just carry it. This bag can be used for so many things. Books. It can be used for your purse. It makes a nice size travel bag if you want to, like, if you're going on vacation, but you need a bag to take with you because you're going shopping, because you need some souvenirs. This is a great bag for that. And this yarn, let me go back over here again, because I did the demonstration with a beige, because this yarn is a busy yarn. But this is the same yarn that I used to make the trim on the pillow cover. And all I did, start in the center and just went around with it. And the same thing with here. And you can see how the striping works. And I love this pop of black between each of the colors. I love that. But this is just Red Heart Super Saver, medium weight, number 4. And the color is called Primary Stripes. And I purchased this at Walmart. Just FYI. You know, if you can't, that's Right now, the only place that I've been able to find Super Saver is Walmart and Joann's, or I go to Yarnspirations and order it from there. Okay? But I absolutely love this yarn. And they also have this in brights, where there's like bright pink and bright purple. And that would be really pretty also. I just thought this particular yarn went really perfect with this fabric, especially because the background in here is black. I will tell you, I saw that they had this in like a beige background, and although it was kind of pretty, I just didn't like it as well as the black, because the black is like the old traditional, granny square style of making, a granny square. And I really loved it. And I love this bag. And I thought about maybe giving it to my sister, but I don't think I'm going to. I like it too much. It's such a great size. It's 14 by 14. And the truth is, if you want to make it bigger, just do more rows. If you want to make one and make it smaller, do less rows on your granny squares, because it's just 2 granny squares. Two traditional style granny squares. Okay, now the other thing we did were the Spunky Chunky baskets. Now, I did a pattern for this. I looked it up online. I think I remember that it was 2018, and it was around January or February. Okay. Oh, the Luke Foster's band. That's my sister. And by the way, she's coming to visit me this weekend while my husband's away. So we're going to have us some sister fun. Do I have to give you the bag, Gina? Her name is Gina, actually. Do I have to give you the bag? I hope not. I love that bag. All right. So back in 2018, I did the Spunky Chunky baskets. Okay. And so I decided, I got in from Premier this chunky yarn. And I was using this for something, so it's unwound a little bit. But I'm going to go to this other camera again, just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the yarn. It's called Fable. And this is the one that we used for one of them. This one's called Mermaid. This one is called, where did it go? This is Gnome. This is this bright color. And then this one is called, let's see here, Dragon. And it's a super duper bulky number 6. And I love this yarn because it is soft, but it's also sturdy. I just stuffed some yarn balls in here. And the pattern has 2 sizes. This is an 8-inch tall and 8-inch across. And we did these front post stitches and super fun handles. And truly, this could also be like your market bag, okay? And then this is a bigger one in the bright color. This one is the dragon color. And this one is the Mermaid. I thought this one would be perfect for the baby's room. Put some diapers in there or things you need for the baby. But I've just got yarn in them. But this pattern is out there. Again, remember, all of my patterns, I have a video. I have a written pattern with pictures on the blog. And underneath each video, you're going to find that description box. And underneath that, in that description box, or what I call the notes, you can find the link to the patterns. And underneath this video, you'll find a link to the videos, okay? But this is super fun. And even though, you may not have that particular yarn on hand, you can use any bulky number 6, which is our super duper bulky yarn for this pattern, okay? Alrighty. And I wanted you to see it, though, because it's so beautiful. It's nice and thick. And we did the Ocean Cruise handbag. Excuse me, I got a dry cough there. We did the Ocean Cruise handbag with just the blues. It's all like teals and blues, and I can't remember what that particular yarn name was. And then I have another one also. They sent me 5 of these, and I cannot wait to do something with this. I think I'm going to do. Okay, so this Spunky Chunky basket actually has 3 sizes, and I just did the 2. I might do the bigger size with that big one. I'm just not sure I'm going to have enough for the whole basket because it is big, but I have a little bit of the mermaid left, so I could probably put them together. I love to put things together that don't really go together, right? All right, now the last thing I wanted to show you is this dress. Now, I put this on my mannequin. And I wanted you to see this because this is just a basic t-shirt dress that I bought at Walmart. Let me bring her closer. And if you'll notice, it's a V in the neck. Let me take it off. Let me take it off her. Okay, I undressed her last week. I'm gonna undress her again this week because this is something that you can do with a basic t-shirt dress. And I'm going to be doing these sorts of things through the summer. I already have a pattern for how to make a super simple belt using D-rings and crochet. And this is just black cotton. All right, close your eyes. I'm undressing her. If I can get it off of her. It has a fabric that keeps it from slipping. All right. All right, let me move her off camera so you don't see her. Okay, so all the ladies in my family, we are very blessed up front, okay? And I'm not gonna, that's all I'm going to say about it. And so if I buy a V t-shirt, I like to have a modest finish, okay? So here is a crocheted lace thing that I sewed with my sewing machine in. And I'm going to be showing you how to do this, okay? And then, remember I talked about how I bought a t-shirt dress and the front was shorter than the back and it was kind of weird? And I love the dress. So I cut off the pockets on the side and sewed it shut because I'm short and the pockets hit me at my knees. So they're gone. No pockets in this dress anymore. If you're a pocket girl, you can leave the pockets on. Okay? And then I added crochet lace to it. Now you'll notice that the front is longer than the back, and that's because I wanted to show you this. I'm going to put this on this other camera because I can show you this better that way. All right, let me move my basket here. Okay, so I want to show you the side of this. All right, so here is the dress, and you can see that the back is longer than the front with this. Okay, this is how it was. It has a slit, and the back is longer than the front. So what I did is I made two types of trim. This one only has one set of shells. I'm going to put this on this white so you can see the shells. Okay, and then I did the lace on the front with 3 sets of shells. Really simple. We started with the foundation double crochet, and then we added the shell stitches. And this is something else I'm going to show you how to do. But I wanted you to see that I sewed that onto my hem with my sewing machine. You see those stitches? Now, you don't have to use your sewing machine. You can stitch it on. But one of the traditional ways of adding a trim, like to say a sleeve or a collar or a skirt or something, is we do that blanket stitch and it leaves like big gaping holes. And I thought, I am going to use my sewing machine. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. And I love how it turned out. Okay, and so this was a dress my daughter bought me, I think 4 different, I told you all about the 4 different dresses that she bought me. And I love them because they're longer, because when my husband, I don't know if I've told you all this, but we had to pick up a wheelchair. It's actually a transfer chair. My pride, I've got so much pride it won't let me say wheelchair. Anyhow, it's just so that I can go out to dinner or go to church occasionally and stuff, because I cannot walk long distances. And so I wanted something that when I'm sitting in that chair, it comes down over my knees. And I like to wear a dress when we go out to dinner or when we go to church or, you know, different occasions. They're just really easy to wear. And so these are, I've got 4 different t-shirt dresses. I've got one that's yellow and white. I've got one that's black and yellow. I've got one that's navy blue and red. And then I have this one. Okay, and so then I can put that on and add, you know, a necklace or a bracelet or something and not feel like I'm too dressed down. Because when we go out, I like to try to look good, you know. And so, and we have been eating out a little more than usual, just because I cannot stand in front of the oven and cook for very long, And so my husband, I have the best husband in the world. He has been doing all the cooking, all the, loading the dishwasher and emptying it, doing the laundry, and just really helping me out. I was kind of, I'm going to just give you a piece of my soul here. Sunday night, he came in and asked me, it was about, I don't know, 6:30. He asked me if I wanted some supper, and I haven't had a whole lot of appetite lately. It just seems like things don't taste that great with all the medications that I'm taking. And he said, how about I make you some cheesy fried eggs that you like? I'm like, okay. So he made me some toast, and he made me some eggs. And I have this sugar-free cranberry juice. So he brings right to me. I'm sitting in my comfy chair, and he brings it to me. And I looked down, and he'd also made me 3 slices of bacon, and I started crying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you a piece of my soul here. And I said, you made me bacon. And I just started crying. And then he looks at me, and he starts crying, And then we both started laughing, and I said, I'm just really thankful for you. And that bacon he made in the microwave was really good. So anywho, the last thing I was going to tell you is that my sister Gina is coming to stay with me for a couple of days. My husband, of course, I shared with you last week that his father passed away. And so my father-in-law's birthday is this Saturday. He would have been 88. And so they're doing like a happy birthday celebration of his life sort of thing. And showing a lot of pictures of his life and things like that. So my husband's going down there, and they're going to do it on his birthday with all their friends and family there. And I can't travel. There's no way I could. He's flying, but there's no way I could sit that long in an airplane or in a car, or I can't do it. And it would be and it kind of too much of a hassle for him to have to worry about me anyway. And I did get to talk to my father-in-law a couple of days before he passed away, and he asked a lot about the grandkids and stuff, and it was a really good conversation. He had a time there where he was really lucid for a while, and so we were able to talk with him, and then he went into a coma. So, but anyway, long story short, I call her my sparkly sister because she has always been sparkly, and she's going to come and stay with me. She lives down in Broken Arrow outside of Tulsa, and she's going to come and stay with me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're going to have us some sister time. I need me some sister time. So, yeah, we're going to party. Party like a couple of 60-year-olds. Did you see that fly? As soon as I said party, it flew off. Alrighty, so anyway, I just want to thank you again, all of you that bought patterns and donated for Aiden's band fund, and all the cards and the wonderful gifts you all have been giving to me. It just means so much to me. All that, the emails and the messages, and just letting me know, that you're praying for our family and thinking of us, and I can't even tell you how overwhelmed I am with your thoughtfulness. And I think it was Sylvia, you said there is still a lot of kindness in the world, and there is. Stop watching the news and that's talking about all the unkindness, and just be kind. She said, what happens in Yukon stays in Yukon. That's right. Well, I love you, my sister. And I will see you on Thursday. And then I'll see you all next Tuesday. Have a fabulous week.